super speedway out in San Bernardino County in California. Shut up! I I as these Division Two racers start pacing, this is originally opened as California Speedway. It's a 2-mile low bank D-shaped oval super speedway. Dave Allen's your president of this racetrack, and he needs to fire Isaiah. The pace car tonight is V Colby, looking nice and dapper with the balloon. We
But yeah,
got
Auto Club is a 2-mile D-shaped oval. Very low bank, well, high banking compared to Michigan, but we should see some high speeds here.
Yeah,
I
as we
personally like the pace car tonight. It looks like a Toyota, to be honest with you. Very slow in the
shut
straights
up.
and leads the pack very rarely. We'll see that come out once or twice tonight.
It is
These
D2 though.
Division Two racers, these Division Two D2 racers, are about to go take the green flag, but we got one transfer spot up for grabs. I've been told.
Yeah, and our points battle is pretty close for this final once between Sleesher and Eso, but I don't think Eso made the race. So I mean, Sleesher probably has. Well, after this race, Sleesher probably is going to make the playoff. To make the green flag here out of club.
Yeah, green flag up in the air. 24 gets out to a good lead. 17 right behind. 17 just needs to finish the race, to be honest, to transfer that spot.
Yeah, the 99 just forgot how to turn. He caused a
Oh,
big wreck with the 7 and the 08
looks
what?
looks like Texas, as soon as it opened up, huge wreck into turn 1, but we all keep going as they get onto the backstretch of the 24, leading the 17 down into turn 3.
I have no idea who the 24 is, but we're just going to keep rocking with it as Sleesher going down to the bottom of the track. Making contact with the 24. They're both probably going to slide off the turn 4, as this is one of the hardest turns off with these setups that these drivers are running. There you have a crash in the back.
Oh, huge wreck.
And that's going to bring out a
Multiple cars,
caution.
yellow flag. This might be the race back since they already, went past the line, so.
And Ron crosses the
some
line
banging.
backwards. And this is the race back. As we can see, Sleesher has about 2 car lead over the 1 car. Wow, Ron, or that's not Ron, that's probably Juan.
That's one.
Yeah.
But Sleesher, of course, in that Home Depot, repping Tony Stewart days in his 20 Home Depot car. As Sleesher goes up the track, Juan gonna go to the inside.
Yeah, Sleesher made a mistake. You saw it while he was turning. He had to try to autocorrect it.
Oh, Sleesher on the grass, passing the grass type error move, and
one car gets it.
Second.
One car gets it.
The one. Also,
that's the pace cars back out here at Auto Club. Now, I'm 100% sure we won't see pit stops because the race has just started. And field one down, if I remember from the D1 race, lasted about 15 to 20 laps. So
car is in the grass in the background, but they hopefully will get straightened out.
Yeah, it looks like the 7 car just turned the 89 car Senti there. Whatever happened between them two just happened right there. So,
as an unbiased reporter, I would do the same thing.
Of course you would, 2K.
Unbiased, though. Unbiased.
Unbiased.
My allies are nowhere.
Bro.
Pit road speed's 50, so let's see if anyone speeds. I doubt they will. The only thing that's speeding on the track right now is the pace car.
The fastest man on the track is the pace car. That TRD V Colby edition 2022 model.
I hope one of these cars does a Kyle Busch and runs into the pace car. I think they'll actually get a go. Oh, there's turning in the back.
Oh, they're wrecking the back.
The entire back.
He took out. We got 4 cars.
A few cars going out. Oh, Sleesher blocks the 88. I think that was.
I'm trying to figure out
pit road.
Trying to figure out who that 99
20
is.
20 cars entering. There's
looks
1,
like
2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm trying to figure out who these drivers are, so I'm sorry for switching it out a lot.
Looks like Sleesher attempted a pump fake on Juan there going into pit road. Didn't work on him though.
That's speeding. Do I see a red light on the 97? It looks like it. Is that, or is
Yeah,
that
the
the
only
87?
pump fake Sleesher was doing there is pumping his gas pedal to get out of pit road.
Ah, that hurt.
Well, he didn't
That
stay
was a
with
good
the
joke,
pump.
2K.
Apparently, he didn't stay with the pump.
Yeah, Sleesher didn't say with the pump because he's not a Ford driver. Ford sucks. I wouldn't joke Madonna because yeah, he should be. You're not gonna talk about it.
Yeah, that's
Talk about some of the schemes in the field tonight.
Yes.
Yeah.
To be honest, I like the look of that 24 though, even though it's William Byron knockoff.
I like that biggie bag car in the
You
back.
got the bag. You got the biggie bag. I'm sorry.
Is that a real song?
It's the Wendy's.
Okay, no. I lied. I don't like the 7 cars scheme anymore.
You got the bag. You got the biggie bag. I say this every track. I like Gouette or Sleesher schemes that they run.
You like what? What?
Gouette.
Oh, I was about to say.
Bro.
That's a little suspect,
Bro.
though, Sam. You're live on TV.
You can't complain. Sleesher's scheme is simple, but it's good at the same time, which is really, I like schemes like that. And National going 88.
As we are going green this time, the pace car V Colby.
Oh, there's someone upside down.
That's Colby spawning in this car.
I honestly thought it was someone knowing.
As
knowing
we're gonna
how
watch,
things work.
our leader of the one car control is probably out for Juan as they make their
And the
way.
start has been aborted. Start has been aborted due to circumstances in the back.
And the 99's in the
Reminds
grass.
me of New York.
The 99 has opened its landscaping services today, so.
Yeah, but let's talk about the playoff system one more time while we're at it. So the top 6 has already advanced. Your top 6 going into this race is Scorch, Juan, Alter, Walta, Ron, and 113. So they are already advanced. They'd even half the race tonight if they wanted to. So yeah, but Gouette is probably already advanced. Gardina probably is as well. Cinti is as well. But Crazy, Jonah, Eso, Sleesher, and Marshmallow. Those are people that you need to watch out for because those could actually change quickly if Jonah gets good points and Cinti and Crazy. Well, it's Crazy didn't even show up tonight. But if Cinti doesn't get good points, so yeah.
You know, Peter Pan. That reminds me of the peanut butter, and Peter Pan in game right now is not driving like the peanut butter. Smooth, easy to control, a good placement on a sandwich. The only thing Peter Pan's being sandwiched between is the back of the pack and last place.
That's crazy. Yeah, I've been back there before. I still am back there. I feel your pain, man. As the pace girl's gonna come down this time. Will we see the green flag? This time around control.
Trying to get off.
And they're wrecking.
There's a spin in the back. Reminds me of Quinn Houff back in Texas.
And they're going green still.
Full speed. The drivers are hitting the gas as hard as they hit the wall right
And what
there.
is
Oh,
he
that's a
doing?
concussion.
Oh, he's dead. And they got a wreck in the back of the 99. Peanut butter still not driving smooth like butter.
Yeah,
Here comes
the one car up in the wall.
Sleesher to the inside.
3 wide right behind him, so there's not going to be a challenge if the yellow comes out, but no yellow. It seems everyone's back straight, almost like Peter Pan. But the one car is trying to make a move down to the turn 3.
Yeah, but entering on that inside only by itself is not the good line here at Auto Club because you will get tight pretty easily. Then you'll slide up into the driver ahead as you see Sleesher sliding up into the, almost sliding up to the wall. But the car behind him, I didn't see who that was, but he just slammed the outside wall as they make their way.
I didn't want to mean to interrupt you, but that's what she said as Sleesher uses the entire apron there, gaining time. The one car is having a hard time passing him, almost as hard as my ex-wife.
What?
Sleesher opened the wall. Oh, there's a big wreck in the back. Around 3 cars were sideways. Let's see if they keep it going.
Oh, he's coming back on track.
The one car all the way down at the bottom, gonna try to make the bottom work. Oh, there's a car all the way underneath the white line, double white line. Can't pass all the way down there, but, you know, we'll see if he does something. The 88's down at the bottom. Glacier is using a middle to high line.
And he's in the
gonna hit the
wall.
wall. It's all right, though, because the one car and him are side by side, but Slacier's going to have to give a little bit of time. He's going to try to fit in right here. Oh, no, he doesn't. He's not clear yet. He's side by side still.
And Sleesher keeps his foot in it like he learned from Talladega Nights. And he's gonna probably send one down into turn 1 on the inside. Nah, but he commits on his outside. Now with his one car slide up the track, it's the racing pretty good. And Sleesher tries to cut down.
This race is starting to get spread out, almost like my finances after the divorce. Sleesher is right on the back bumper of the one.
And now look behind him. Katana's about to get railed by the
Sleesher on the apron in the ground.
Oh, he's spinning!
Sideways. He saves it.
Look at Sleesher.
Unlike my marriage.
Anyways, moving on. There's a battle in the back between the yellow car, cheese car of Jonah and Ron. Yeah, You see the Hot Wheels number 5 car trying to dive it in deep on Jonah, but Jonah is running that good line, just trying to hold his position. Try to get as much points as he can going into the next race, as this is the final race of the regular season here in Fontana.
Field's spread out right now, almost as spread out as peanut butter on sandwiches, but Peter Pan is not being like the peanut butter he's named after Sleesher in the wall there, but that means nothing to his hopes and dreams of making it onto the playoffs.
Talking about peanut butter, Peter Pan just got past the 24.
He's not being too smooth. If he was being smooth, he'd be with JB's, but no, he's not. Got Cracker up front.
And as we are 10 laps into this race is more spread out than your mom's legs. Now
what?
We see that the one car is leading this race.
As they go almost 3 wide, and Peter Pan is getting turned away like the children turn him away when they turn 8 years old.
It reminds me of a guy that I met in high school. I had to see him go like that, but you know, I have his connection. If he gets an island, Sleesher on the back bumper of the one trying to pass him, he might just turn him. I'll be honest, I would too.
Sleesher had a great 3 and 4 there. He got right up to the back bumper of the one car.
Yeah, Sleesher just trying to put it all into the one car pause as they make their way down into one. Sleesher's gonna go for a big move down inside of him.
Yeah, Sleesher was ramming it up the back, almost like my ex-wife. Oh, I'm in pain.
As we send our wishes to 2K Blue as he's recovering right now.
Sleesher is trying to pass that one almost like he tried to pass a kidney stone earlier this week. He's on the back bumper of him, can't get past him, almost like he can't get past that one volleyball girl he was trying to date.
Huh?
Whoa. Yo.
You can't be disclosing this private information.
That's alright, my wife left me.
As we look at the 24 on the cheese car of Jonah. They have 5 cars under the blanket here.
Let's be honest, these front two are the main contenders. They left the rest of the pack almost like the Baltimore Ravens changed to the Colts and left Baltimore in the middle of the night. Kind of sounds like how my ex-wife did with the kids.
Yeah, and you're still paying child support, so I mean, it doesn't really need to do anything.
Mm-hmm. And they're all the way in California.
Yeah, and you're in South Carolina. How do you feel, 2K, man?
Feel great, almost as great as Sleesher feels after passing that one car. Oh, the one car is in the wall, but it doesn't matter to Sleesher. He's getting past and he's running like my ex-wife did.
Yeah, and I think these tires are starting to hit the drivers as hard as they're getting hit by
Ray Rice in the elevator.
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't think of anything to say.
Please ask you to donate to 2K Blues Depression Fund.
Yeah, you guys making a GoFundMe. The GoFundMe is being called Sub to 2K Blue because I lost my girlfriend. The max donation limit is the minimum donation limit is $500 per donation, And if you click on the website, you must donate, or the FBI is coming to your house. So, yeah, make sure to donate, and yeah.
And give him a pair of legs while you got it, because he gonna need that cat.
Back in my day when we were running this track, I have fond memories of another league winning the championship on this track.
Oh,
Thank you
yeah.
to,
We
Big
can bring Kobe in here and explain the history.
That's the thing with this track. I kind of know how to run it, and these drivers aren't running it properly. You know, you got to get a buddy, and you got to just take off. The fact that that the 1 and the 17 are having a problem with, they're battling, so that leaves Katana a chance to close that gap, and he's closing it pretty fast. But you know, he doesn't have any help to help him close it even faster. It's almost as fast as the doors closed on that SUV with my kids in it.
Yeah, and they just all went away from you instantly as the whatchamacallit, Department of Children Transportation Services.
No,
I forgot what it was called.
Wife.
Oh,
No.
so you had a soccer
DSS
mom.
Didn't take, no, DSS didn't take my kids.
Oh,
It was my wife.
so she just left and then went to court and said you did all of that stuff.
Here comes
She
the
didn't
one
even-
car.
she
The
wasn't
one
even-
car passes Fleischer for the lead.
She wasn't even in court.
No, she just gone.
Just her lawyer.
Ah. Anyways, we got the one car now ahead of Sleesher.
Katana's catching that 17.
I'm about to say now we see Katana coming after Sleesher battling that one car, and that just gave time for Katana just to use that clean air and just gain and coming faster. I meant
Pause.
Okay, pause.
Pause.
But like
Pause.
come faster up to the people.
Battle for the lead side by side as they head into turn one. One
Hey,
car
Kobe.
on the
Okay, thank
outside.
you, Kobe, for joining. Can we have you for a chat real quick?
I can't really see anything. I'm lagging.
Okay, so
Oh no, this isn't
we
about this
talking
race.
we were talking about memories of this track, right? And how 2K got his first championship in from undisclosed league. So, we would just like to elaborate what we want you to.
Oh, there's a car
elaborate,
all the way down on the inside. It's all right.
What we mean by 2K getting his championship in undisclosed league.
Undisclosed league. Me and Tuke were teammates. We may or may not have held the lead team.
And yeah, like 2K was saying, you just need a
Almost
buddy
all-
to work with this race. At this track, you just need a buddy. You get a buddy.
Yeah, Sleesher
Win
made that move
championships.
faster than my ex-wife moved away from me with the kids.
Anyways, Colby, we don't need you anymore. You can come back to officiating. We thank you.
I love you.
We appreciate you.
Lamont.
Wise words from Colby. As now we see the
Oh,
one car.
Sleesher was running that high line as
Good as
fast
Larson.
as Usain Bolt. There's a three-way battle for the lead, almost as what I found in my bedroom one
What?
time.
And Sleesher all the way on the apron. Slide job.
Good job.
But the one car done,
Oh.
not done charging up. He has more to blow out, but no,
God.
he doesn't. He doesn't finish strong enough. And
There's someone
Sleesher,
inside the inside wall.
and Sleesher stays out in front.
Here comes the 88 car on the outside of one, heading to turn one.
Sleesher doesn't know how to.
Fleischer slides up again. Here
Oh,
comes 88. 88.
And it really is just seeming that Sleesher just can't hold it in anymore. He just keeps on just sliding up the track because I think he just keeps on. Why did I just get reset? I just died. Okay. Oh, we have a pitter. We got a pitter down pit road. It's the 24 car.
Well, the 17 just ran the one all the way up into the wall that leads the 88 to just go off. And we have 17. JB's trying to get Senti banned. I agree. Unbiased though. Unbiased.
Unbiased opinion. Get Cincy banned.
Sleesher apologizes to the one car for a terrible move. That has led another person, Maddox, to take P2.
What the freak?
Hey,
And I believe this is Maddox's first start, actually. So Good to see him up front.
It's his first start when the regular season is over.
You know, I
Yes.
think he still has a chance to make the playoffs. If everything goes his way tonight, he has a chance, almost as bad as Jamie McMurray has a chance of getting back into the Cup Series.
I personally think Jamie McMurray's gonna make it back to the Cup Series in one more year. I mean, Jamie McMurray's that talented. He's gonna find a ride probably in Cody Ware Racing, because Rick Ware is just gonna give up on NASCAR, because his drivers suck.
Max is in the wall. Sleesher capitalizes by hitting the wall himself, and there goes the
I
one
told
car
you these
to
guys
help him.
just cannot finish strong enough.
Oh,
Yeah. Looks like Rick Ware might leave NASCAR and focus more on IndyCar since they seem to be more successful there. But
Yeah.
I know.
you know, these drivers sending these corners hard reminds me of the color blue, as in the walls. Reminds me of a pill.
What?
Viagra?
That's the one.
What?
Sending it hard, like by the big YouTube logo on the back of that one.
Hey,
that,
2K, please elaborate.
I'm not gonna elaborate. The 18 car has a big YouTube logo on the back of it. I don't want to give him a shout out though, because he's
Shout
driving,
out to YouTube for YouTubing this live stream right now. As we're, no. we gotta look at the 18 car real quick. Look at his front end.
What is?
We will
Why
see
does
it when
he
he
have a
comes.
big number 18?
We will see it when he comes back around. But
Is he running the wrong? Is he running the wrong car, or
he's
did
running his
scheme
Xfinity
just
car, I
make-
think. That looks like.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's.
Is
It.
he
Oh,
running
he's
it for-
spinning.
Oh, well,
Oh,
it doesn't.
and that's a Sox driver. He's a Sox driver, and he has that bad of a scheme.
Yeah, he's no longer a Sox driver.
Yeah, he's
anyway.
he's unsigned.
Anyway.
we don't condone bad schemes at Shocks.
And he got a Red Bull on the side of the car? No way.
That's alright. I'd run
No,
out
Brian
of
likes
car.
Red Bull.
Yeah, because Checo.
Monster's better.
Oh god. Actually, no.
It
I like
really
all
depends
Richard
what
the
flavor.
same.
It really depends what flavor.
Yeah, on God, I like both the same.
For me, it really just
When
depends
I
what flavor.
when I really want energy, I don't grab either. I grab a Ghost
See, I'm gonna pull up a
Sour
PN
Patch Kid.
I'm gonna pull up a PNG on what the best monster is on the stream. And I'm gonna send it to you in your DMs, 2K.
Which
Alright.
one? The Java one or something else?
Nah, it's
Nah,
the
Java's
it's
good
pink.
though.
The
I
one that I
only
like is
drink
pink.
those.
It's that one.
I only drink.
Insert
the
PNG
Java.
real quick.
Yeah, that's a good flavor. I personally like. There's one. It's like pineapple. Something.
Yeah, I like that
I
one
like
the
that
best.
Java. The
I
Java
like the
one's
fruity
good.
drink. I only drink the Javas in the morning. That way I can go poop.
Really, 2K?
Oh God, that's the only reason why I drink coffee.
Coffee
when
makes you go.
Well, yeah, when you stocked up, you need shit. Coffee.
Really?
Nah,
That
I
didn't
just
happen
eat
to
a
me
whole
when
bunch
I
of
had it
peas.
the other day.
Well, I'd say maybe you're just too stocked up. You might need some.
I'm gonna
Need
take
some
a, I need to take a,
Pepto-Bismol.
I know I need to take a laxative Pepto-Bismol and coffee.
Nah, because Pepto stocks you up. You gotta make sure you squirt that shit out.
You gotta have that. No, just get a laxative, bruh.
Yeah,
And now
it's
we
good.
had news that the 77 of Waternet has sped on pit road. Let's see.
77
Yeah,
is
but how? What has been the longest shit you've ever took?
45
Like,
minutes.
Long wise. No, like.
Size
I'm
and the
talking about
dookie.
length. I'm talking about length.
Length of the dookie.
Lane. I don't really pay attention to that. But
You don't
honestly,
get up off the toilet and look and see your accomplishment. Like I shat that out.
Bro.
bro.
You guys just don't. You guys just don't look.
No.
No.
I
Who
smell.
wants to be in the bathroom for an hour and a half? Get up, turn
No.
around.
That's
and look
2K.
at what-
Literally,
No,
that's
no,
literally what 2K does.
I actually don't.
2K, you
I
just do.
usually-
No, you go there and you just sit there and watch TikTok.
I on God, that's what I do. I will shit, flush, and wipe, and then sit there. It's my
Wait,
alone time.
Wait, you
Look, I
wipe
text.
before you flush?
I do too.
No. Well, sometimes matters if it's a clean shit or not.
What do you mean? How do you have a dirty one? How do you have a
You know,
dirty one?
okay. So you know when you stand up and you wipe, and when you wipe, it's like there's more shit on the paper than there is in the toilet sometimes.
What?
What?
You guys don't. No, but for real, I will legit go to the bathroom, poop, wipe, flush, do normal shit when you shouldn't. And then I'll sit back down, and the only reason why that's my excuse to have like 30 minutes to myself without having to text my girlfriend. Be honest with you. That way I can watch TikTok and not have to respond. I'll be
2K is
honest, because
amazing.
if I'm on my phone, right, I'm obligated to text. It's just on my mind. I'm obligated to text her if I'm on my phone. I'm not on my phone a lot. And when I want to watch TikTok, I want to watch TikTok. So I just say I'm shitting.
This man is a whole mood. Wow.
And technically,
what a man.
technically, I'm not. I'm not being fake because I actually was. The key word was.
Here come people out of pit road.
Anyway,
One car running the Chastain line in turn 1 and 2. Here comes the 7. Oh, he probably on fresh tires. And he just smacks the wall and kills the one.
two cars, the 7 and the 1 down on the apron.
Wendy's and Monster. You would think they're doing a collab, but they aren't.
Oh, the 1 is gonna send it in harder than Iran sent it into the bombing base. The 7 spinning in the grass. Is he gonna save it? Tokyo Drift.
And he
almost
saves
like
it
the
this
Japanese.
time. Sleezer's coming down the pits.
Let's see if Sleisha speeds.
Oh, they wrecked it behind.
Might be a perfect
They're wrecking
time to
behind.
switch
Oh,
to
big crash.
Oh,
The
big
18
wreck.
down in pit road.
That might be a caution. He was forced down there.
He was
That might
spun
be a
in
caution.
pit road. Okay, I just want to look at
Oh,
I just want to
there's
look
more.
at the 18's front end again. As we look at this, he's running his Xfinity scheme. I mean, the side didn't turn out bad, but everything else did. And Sleesher has not has not sped, but he's finna come into his pit box soon. I think he's gonna take the first pit box. Actually, no, he's gonna take the pit box right, and no, he's gonna take the 34th pit box. Okay.
Warren staying out is extending his fuel stint, but he's giving him a big disadvantage on people on fresh tires.
And that's
we saw
remembered
in the
here.
Cup race.
I'm about to say, it's remember here from the Cup race, fresh tires are really good at this track.
Yes. Fresh
Sleisha
tires
is coming out of pit road right now. Right in front of the lead. Or, sorry, a little bit behind the lead. But it's alright. If he gets up to speed now, he'll be good to go. Almost halfway through this race. Unfortunately, we aren't going to get up to the funny number lap. And usually whoever leads the funny number lap
Has a
wins the race.
69% chance of winning the race.
More of 70% chance.
But you can't round on the 69.
That's true.
The 69 is 69, not roundable.
As we observed the one car doing the Chastain line across the track.
And we have one more picker at 113
Oh.
now.
99 and yellow car getting a little bit of contact there. The only contact that the 99's probably had in years is that.
Wow. I mean, you can't blame them though.
You can't write a better script than this. Peter Pan is still a lap down.
The field is lapped down up to 6. No, Juan is pitting this time. JB is pitting this time.
You know,
Juan.
the one thing that I do respect out of all these drivers, it isn't the product on track. It's the commitment throughout the season.
And Juan is coming down pit road tonight for the first time. I think he's just gonna split. Yeah, he's gonna split the race in half, 30 and 30.
Sleisha's going to try to save a little bit, get on the lead lap here real quick. He did pit early, but he came out around lap 29. So that makes me think that he undercut it perfectly. As long as there's no more cautions in this race, I hope Sleesher will get that last transfer spot, make it into the playoffs. That would take out
ESO.
who? ESO. So basically, Sleesher just needs to finish lead lap, first, second, or third. That'll be good.
No, because ESO didn't show up to this race.
So he just needs to
As
finish.
as we see Jonah in the cheese car coming down pit road, and can get into the pit box. Warren misses his pit box. Bray, what is he doing?
That is good. Oh, there's a little spinner in the back, but he's come down pit road anyway, so I think that's all good. That's gonna work into Sleesher's favor.
A smart quarter gets ran over on the exit of pit road.
The one car just got back out on track.
And Gouet comes down pit road. He was the leader. And Sleesher was
Think
right
that's
ahead
gonna-
of him.
I think that's gonna make
That
Sleesher
should
the
be
de facto
Sleesher.
leader. After racing in Scorched Pit, that should make Sleesher the de facto leader. Oh, but the 89 car is going to make it difficult for Sleesher just to continue going on his merry way. Oh, the 99 spins. Sleesher saves it. What a great save by our main protagonist tonight.
And that should make Sleesher the leader now. Once they cycle
Yeah.
back around all the ball. Not anymore.
Yeah, once they cycle back around, Peter Pan, no matter what, Peter Pan, not smooth like butter, not a criminal undercover. He's more like criminally in 7th place, but that's only because
Actually,
he
no.
pit earlier.
Godzilla should be the leader now because Scorched Pit and they've already passed Scorched. So
Wesley Katana just passed
Well,
Godzilla.
that's the thing. That's the thing. Everyone above Sleesher either pit too early, or they can't handle old tires, or they need a pit still.
So the
There's three
88 of
different things.
Katana is leading the race.
You're really expecting everyone above Sleesher to really just cycle back through and pit again, or they're going to slow down drastically. There's a reason why they were all a lap behind when pit stops started.
Yeah, because they pit really early and all the other drivers just continued to keep going. Even though if they stayed out longer, they probably wouldn't have
They
been
would
on
have been
that.
around.
They probably wouldn't have been on that lap down, and they actually probably could have made it longer and probably could have had a bigger lead on them.
I think the big thing is we saw that Juan was able to split the race in half. Can he possibly make this race a one stop?
Well, I think the same thing with Sleesher. Sleesher, I think he had enough to go and do the same strategy as Juan. But Sleesher did the undercut, and I think that's going to work out in his favor.
Yeah, and
Because he still had the same amount of gas.
Yeah, and Sleesher's 6 seconds over Juan too, so you can see how those fresh tires works. Because when Sleesher pit, he was only about like 5/10 behind Juan.
And the fact that Juan missed his pit stall, he had a backup. Sleesher had a good pit stop, if not perfect, but good. Really helps.
Yeah, so you can see how much pit stops change.
Oh, the 7 car just got turned. He's going down
Godzilla.
pit road.
Now all Sleesher has to do really is just hope for no
And if I was
cautions.
Godzilla, I would not pit here. I would just floor it through pit road. Because it wasn't my fault that I got turned. That was something I would do. But not.
Or he can use it to his advantage. Later in the race, there may be a late race caution.
Yeah.
He may have more fuel, fresher tires. Everything gets bunched back together, and he's good to go. Everyone else pits. He's the de facto leader, and he can hold off the pack.
Yeah, because he did just pit. So, I mean, if we do get a late race caution and everyone stays out, but, like, and he stays out too, he's going to have the fresher tire of the group no matter what. He's just going to be faster. As we see the 89 of Cinti and them getting to tangle, that's Peter Pan going down pit road after being in a bunch of contact with the 89 of Cindy. Sleesher up into 4th place now.
And on the radio, it looks like Scorch is complaining that his PC is hard garbage, and that Bedona is apparently having issues on going down pit road. He got rich in pit road, just like Zilla.
Well,
Interesting.
Sleesher hit a
No.
bump. Sleesher hit a bump
Yeah.
while running the inside line in turn 2. It's made him lose a little bit of ground on Cinti.
Yeah, no penalty on God, you know, because he got it right. So that's good.
And now Sleesher running down this 89 car of Cinti. Both of them sticking their tires on the apron. Cinti's going to slide up into the wall.
You can tell who has fresher tires than the other. By that alone, the same line, the same speed, you can just tell
Yeah, you
by
can
how they're running. Fleischer just has the fresher tires, and he's already catching big time for that wall bounce.
Yeah, so we're going to watch this as it comes together. You can see Sleesher now. We're just going to watch this. Sleesher now 8.3 seconds ahead over Juan, as those are the people that we're thinking that is probably going to end up probably getting back to the front of this race, because like we said, those are the people who will pit later than everyone else.
Katana may be a surprise pick. Katana may be able to save all the way. I think he may have it, but it matters with Katana. He was running up front, and then he dropped off big time. So it's a shock to see him able to hold this, but for how long is the real question.
Something just happened in the back. I saw it. They went 3 wide and they all just went in the wall. I saw it.
As long as there's no caution, we should be good.
Anyway, Sleesher now trying to make a charge on Cinti.
All the way on the bottom.
Yeah.
Oh, clean pass too.
And he's clear.
Cinti just needs to help, or Cinti just needs to stay behind.
That's-
Fleischer is hoping that Cinti helps a little bit, but doesn't send them too hard, and that Fleischer can just pull away with fresher rubber.
I mean, Cinti shouldn't even just try sending Sleesher at all. Cinti just needs to try
Yeah,
and just follow Sleesher.
Cinti fell off huge
No,
there.
he is.
See that
named
gap
Cincy for a
already.
reason. His name is Cincy for a reason.
Luckily, he didn't send too much. Kyle is falling off a little bit. He just lost a second to Katana. Either Katana is speeding up now because he knows he has this race in the bag, or Kyle is just struggling on those old tires. I think it's the opposite. I think it's what I just said. Kyle is just struggling, and Sleesher is just catching.
Who's the 24
Kyle's been
car?
up in the.
Is that Kyle, the 24? Yeah,
Yes.
24 is Kyle. You can see that Kyle is trying to run that high line, as these cars do have the high line scripts here in Auto Club. But you could just see Kyle pit too early, and Sleesher's there as Sleesher does the clean pass on the inside, and now Sleesher's up to second place. And now what Sleesher's hoping for, that he just gets clean track, nobody's sending him. He's going to try to use this clean air just to get to Katana as fast as he can with 20 laps remaining in this race.
Yeah, Kyle again lost a second that lap, and Sleesher doesn't have to worry about the two behind him. They're just using the track up. Sleesher is keeping a good line throughout these corners. Let's see how much he gains with a clean air for the rest of this lap, and maybe he's going to be able to catch it in around 20 laps, but I think he's going to catch earlier than that. If he gets a second off this lap, it should be clean sailing for Sleesher. Maybe the de facto leader here at the California 200.
Yeah, but I mean, you see that Katana was in a battle with Godzilla for a good bit, so that also could
be
cause...
affecting the tires. Kyle's coming down pit road, so that proves another point of these drivers who were up front. Sleesher gained 0.3. I think he just had a terrible exit, but it proves my point that these drivers who were running up front cannot handle these old tires like Sleesher or like Juan can. Sleesher is almost 8 seconds ahead of Juan still. He gained 0.3 tenths that lap, so that puts him in a good target to reach, but Sleesher's really banking on Katana pitting because of old tires and not being able to hold on to the car too much. Sleesher's struggling a little bit and down in 3 and 4, but it looks like Katana's up there with a little bit of lap traffic. Yeah, Katana's in the wall. He keeps going up and down the track in that 88 National Guard Chevy. He's struggling a little bit. That 7 car kind of held him up a little bit. And Schleicher trying his best to pull off any sense of strategy he can. Field is still spread out. The only thing that Peter Pan is spreading is his paint on the wall. And Maddox is in a battle with Racing Guest, but it's not really a battle per se. Schleicher put 2 seconds off of Katana. Katana's really struggling now. Schleicher just needs to hold on and coast basically to the end here, because Katana's going to lose it in one of these corners and spin by himself. That would be a 1-car wreck and should not be cautioned. Schleicher with another second out of Katana's lead.
Schleicher is gaining really quickly on Katana's. Katana slides up the track.
Katana isn't running too well on these old tires. It did not help that the 7 car in front of him was battling him for a little bit, just trying to get a lap back. But, you know, that's just what you have to do as a leader. You got to either let those guys go or pass them cleanly and get ahead of them.
I think we're getting to the point where fresh tires actually might be better at this rate. So they might want to pit one more time, but that's just them.
It all matters when the caution comes out, if there will be a caution, but there's no sign of it yet. But there is 2 cars behind.
44 laps.
There is about 2 cars behind Schleicher racing, and the 97 and 24 are racing hard as well. 1 car is down into the inside wall looking to pit. The 97's just using all the grass there. Oh, and the 97's in the inside wall, sliding up the track. Saves it, keeps it straight. Five car passes the 97 so nothing to worry about there. Maddox is a little bit slow. The 1 car keeps hitting the wall there. Schleicher again stagnating, only gaining about a few tenths a lap now, but he could just be saving his tires, or he may have had a problem those next those last few laps. Still a 4-second gap to Juan, but he needs to close this gap to the leader. He can't let this go down to last 10 laps if he wants to secure a victory, but it does help that Katana is currently getting a battle going on with the 7. Something, I don't know if the 7's helping or the 7's trying to hold up, but Katana is now trying to pass the 7 on the outside. And it looks like the 7's going to try to help the 88 if at possible. I don't know, I'll keep an eye out on this one. No, it looks like
goes up into the wall.
7 just looks like he's trying to battle the 88. But the 88's in the wall. This could end with fireworks.
80. It is struggling on those old tires.
And they're going side by side. 7 cars diving down to the apron, like almost like he's racing the 88. '88's up into the wall a little bit slow, lets the 7 just go by. That's the smarter move than trying to battle the 7. But that lets Schleicher catch up. Let's see how much time he gains. Gained 2 seconds on that. So that's helping. Either the 7's trying to help Schleicher win this race, or something's going on. It's a little weird for the lap car.
Oh my
Well, I
lordy
think
lord.
Sleeper and the Seven are teammates, so that makes sense.
Sleesher
Yeah,
has
but
gained.
that seems kind of
Sleesher gained 6 seconds while I was AFK.
yeah. The 7 car is doing a little tomfoolery right now.
Is he doing what
He's
Glut
helping
did
his
at? Is he
teammate.
doing what Glut did at Nashville, slowing down
He's
on
kind
purpose?
of holding, yeah, he's kind of holding up the leader right now, but I don't think that
He's
would have
Oh, Sleesher's on the
affected anything.
apron. Sleesher loses the spot to Juan.
7 cars
That-
currently doing what Checo did to Lewis at Abu Dhabi.
That's exactly like. That's
And now
exactly
Sleesher
what
has to hold
Sleeper
off
didn't
from
want.
Cincy.
I think the 7 trying to play mind games with the 88 as he goes by him again.
18 and 24 in a little bit of a battle. Katana is still trying to either pass the 7 or let the 7 by. Whatever's happening is not helping either's cause.
7
Sleesher's
car.
just trying to catch back up to Juan. Maddox is in a 3-way battle right now with Jay Beast and the 24.
We're gonna watch that 3-way battle.
Updates on your potential leaders. The 7 car just got passed by Katana.
Sleesher? Oh, wait, what?
The Katana just passed the 7 car. The 7 car is trying to catch back up.
Oh,
Sleesher's gaining some time. That is going to be a 1.7 gap. This is going to come down to the last 11 laps of this race.
Here comes the 7-7. Great corner. 88 really slowed down in turn 1 and 2.
The 1 is in the wall up there. Gets off of it. Sleesher's ripping that bottom. Let's see if he can catch. Sleesher's going to have to make some magic happen out of his rabbit hat. And the 7 is just going to try to make a artificial battle, almost like NASCAR tries to make, but NASCAR isn't as good as the 7 with making these artificial battles.
88 car slides up the track.
88
Everybody
in the
into
wall.
the-
That's some old
Wall
tires
into
from the
wall.
88.
Sleesher into the wall. All top three just went into the wall right there. Here comes Cincy on the outside of Sleesher. As we have
Sleesher
9 here at Autocut.
Good thing with Sleesher, I know how he races. He will try to make you decide where to go. The
Sleesher
88
goes
stuck
in.
in that wall. The 1 is just following for a little bit of a wall bounce. Sleesher in the wall a little bit. 88 nails the wall, goes all the way down to the apron. Now it's Juan and Katana for the lead.
As on the radio, it means Gedona is going to cause a seed, apparently.
The 88 slow. Cincy up in the wall. Sleesher up in the wall. Sleesher slow. Katana now trying to catch back up to Juan. Sleesher and Cincy in a battle. Juan and the 88 of Katana in a battle. There's 1 car in turn 3. There's no caution. He saved it. The Juan was down low on the apron. Looked a little bit slow. Might have just been the camera angle, but the 88's coming right back at him. Folks, if you weren't entertained now, here comes a 4-way battle for the win. Coming down to the last few laps, Sleesher and Cincy are trying to catch back up to these last 2 leaders. But the 88's in the wall lets Juan just carry away with a little bit of time. 0.33 tenths left. The 99's all the way down the grass. I think he's just going to try to let the leaders by. He may actually cause caution. 17 and the 89 are battling, but that does not matter. Sleesher's ripping that bottom lane. He's gaining some time. Cincy and him collide. 3 wide almost coming out of turn 2. Oh, contact with the 3 in battle for second place. The 88 and 89 on the outside of the 17. 3 wide going into turn 3. 88 up in the wall. Just cuts off that 89's nose. No contact there. They're ripping the wall. Sleesher goes up to the wall, gets a little bit of a bounce. Oh, they whole wreck. 17 in the wall, but that helps Sleesher. Gives him the momentum off the corner. A 4-way battle for the lead. If you're not entertained yet, you better be. There's 4 cars with a chance of the win. And who knows, Racing Guys could be in a chance of getting a victory this late into the season. With the way these guys are racing, including with some lap cars, this could go down to who can get the car turned around on the last lap and win the race. 3 wide with a lap car almost into turn 3. They keep it straight. Sleesher gets on the nose of the 1. Oh, he hits the lap car. 24, the 89 and 1 are in the wall. Sleesher is just going to try to use the draft from that 24 car. Now we get some racing. Now Sleesher has to make a decision. Push the 24 out the way, keep your line, or just let him go and have to back up to this pack. Either way he puts it, the 24 sends the corner. There's a caution apparently out. This is going to be a race back, and we're going to have to see what happens. Now a race back. We'll try to get you updated on what happened. And we're going to have to see some pits. The 89 wall bounce to get ahead. Oh, and he's slowed down by the 24. The 1 car of 1 will take the lead. Sleesher drops back to 3rd place, and that's what your running order is going to be at the caution. 5 to go here. We're going to have to go, and we're going to see what will happen with some pit stops here. If I'm one of these leaders, I'm pitting for some fresh tires. I don't care about how much fuel I get in the car. I should be able to make it to the end. You're going down for 4 fresh, and you're gonna race. It's gonna be best man standing. Lap cars are gonna go around. Go ahead and let them get their laps back. Senti is apologizing to Sleesher for that incident. Caution is out. We'll try to get you updated on what happened.
There's a caution?
Yes, there was a caution. I don't know what happened. Apparently, they went 3 wide off of 2, and something didn't work, or 2 cars spun. I don't know. There's been multiple incidents on track that we've let go until at this point. People are on 27% fuel, so that should be able to take you 5 laps. But still, if I'm a leader, I'm pitting no matter what. No matter if my rival in front of me is pitting, I'm going to try to take one of those last stalls. And really, no one should stay out unless they're a lap car.
Yeah, I agree.
And they're all going to stack up heading into pit road.
Is that Glock?
Is that Glock going slow?
Wait.
Sleesher having to make a pass on pit road.
Someone stayed out. Ultra
is going to be holding up the pack. Sleesher could not get into his box properly. No. Sleesher has to back up the car, get it stopped. Just get it stopped, Sleesher. Go. Sleesher is out.
But did Sleesher take tires? That's the thing.
That's the thing. He could get a good percent of tires that he's comfortable with. Warm him up to the exact point he wants, and then he's out. It looks like he's going to come out in front. Sleesher has faith in his craft. No red for Sleesher. He's out on track. He's going to come out. What does it look like? P2 now, since we had one guy stay out?
Yeah, around P2. But from the looks of it, I mean, can Sleesher hang on with the guys who took all the tires compared to his only 2 tires that he took? And 2 tires.
That's the thing. Midway through Sleesher's run, he was his fastest that he was all race. He was catching guys, even on fresh or old tires, didn't matter. He was catching guys. Past a few guys who just came out of pit road when they were full up to speed. So I think he's just in a comfortable position. Sleesher's going to be your leader. We're going to let the other guy catch up. Where we go?
Because I know with the new tires, you kind of have to like actually warm them up a little, get them like a little bit scrubbed, because 100% tires don't drive well. So I mean that's what we saw during qualifying. for the
Yeah,
D1
those
race.
tires. When those tires are cold, they do not perform well. They need to be warmed up a bit to get performance out of them. That's why they don't perform by 100%. But when they get to like 96 or 97, 98 or so, that's when they start performing well.
I'm gonna be picking up the pace car real quick. I don't know what the one is doing unless the one is trying to just warm up the tires.
Who is driving the pace car?
I think
Oh,
that's
it's
Diamond.
smart. It's smart.
Oh, I think that's Diamond.
A little bit of a miscommunication in the back. We're gonna try to get everyone together. I think JB needs to go to the back because he sped on pit road. Still no update on what happened to cause that caution. It's gonna be a 2-lap shootout when it comes to the line. Hopefully we finish in green flags, but
Okay, I
we'll
just
have to
found
see.
out the cause of the caution was 3 cars spinning on the back stretch off the 3 white coming off, but 2 all of them spun. So that's what caused the caution.
Well, if you're not up front running 3 to 4 wide, you got to expect that because you're not racing the best of the best. You're racing some of the lower guys who are in the back for a reason, either from pit strategy and they're just trying to make something work with just straight go and drive, or you're just racing guys who have low skill. So I mean, you kind of expect that. Try not to go 3 wide with some of the best drivers too, but you know, stuff happens and it's
Now-
all gonna be all right.
But yeah,
18's gonna fall to the back.
sorry to cut
What?
you off, 2K, but we all know that this battle is going to be between the top 4 drivers. Glut, Juan, Katana, and Glut. Glut hasn't been the most dominant racer
It's up to
today.
Sleesher on the go. He
And
gets
he's
a good
going.
jump.
Green flag is out. 2 laps to go here at Auto Club. Sleesher had a great jump. This could actually work with him. Oh, they're in the grass in the back. Now Sleesher's just hoping for not another caution that just can make it to the white flag, and Sleesher just needs to run his line, the line that he was comfortable with these old tires that he was running before that caution came out.
And 2 qualifying laps and he'll win this race, but we'll see how it turns out.
Literal sprint of a race. As Sleesher sitting it completely on the apron. That is
He's
legal
showing
though.
how he can make those. He's showing how he can make those older tires.
Oh, and he
work.
hits the
Sleesher
wall.
bounce.
As they make it to the white flag one more time around here in Fontana. Sleesher came in this race 1 point out of the cutoff, and he's on his way to lock himself into it if he wins this race.
Sleesher just needs to hold on. No silly mistakes. No terrible wall bounces off the wall as he comes to the backstretch for the final time. No matter what happens,
1 mile left in this race.
The ending we've all been waiting for to this exciting.
Sleesher sends
race.
it on the inside.
Sleesher's gonna make sure he makes this corner. He's gonna
And
make
he
sure
does
nothing
it.
happens.
The 1 car in the grass.
Sleesher into the
What is he
wall.
doing?
The 88's catching.
He's
The
trending
88's
it.
catching. Cars spinning around in the back. 2 cars, 3 cars, 4 cars wrecked.
And
Kinda like
Sleesher
Dr.
wins
Seuss.
it in Fontana.
Sleesher
There's
with
a photo
a
finish
win
for
that
4th.
he needed.
Sleesher gets the win that he needed and knocks ESO out of contention to make it to the playoffs.
I think Sleesher has the fastest lap, if I'm correct.
I don't know, people were trying to remake the Ross Chastain thing, except the wall going in the grass and just hope that it worked. I do not know. Since he gets the fastest lap of the race. And that how it ends in Fontana.
The 17 was dominant all day. It's good to see him get a win. It's good. Sleesher's a good driver by himself. So to see him face competition or lack of competition, some people may say, or just competition in general, see him race is always a good sight. He takes that 17 Toyota Camry home with a win.
Oh my God, what is Smart Coder doing?
Doing dumb coder things, that's all.
Can we, like, kill Smart, please?
Got you.
That's one way to do a burnout.
Here, I'll fix it for him. This isn't working. There we go. Alright. Sleesher, you are victorious here in Fontana. You needed only 1 point to win, but you came off with an entire win. How do you feel?
I feel good. The setup were a little janky. You just got to brake. Once the tires started to wear, you just had to brake and settle it. And a lot of people never figured that out.
Yeah, you, Juan, and Quintana were the most dominant cars all day. Did you, like, well, 2K, you're probably going to have to elaborate on this question for me because I went AFK during it. But, like, 2K, do you agree that if that caution didn't come out, do you think Sleesher possibly could have had an opportunity to catch up to those leaders since he was the most dominant on the old tires?
Well, that's the thing with the track and how the drivers were catching Sleesher there at the end. It kind of was a blessing in disguise that caution came out, and it was great pit road strategy, just taking a few seconds with tires, being able to get off. Sleesher, what was your strategy going down pit road? Were you just trying to take a first available box, split pit road in half, or were you just planning to take just an early pit stop and get a few tires in?
I was going to take an early pit stop, and then Senti turned me, and so I had to get out of the pit box that I wanted to go to, and so then I just chose a random one, and then I waited for it to give me one set of tires, and then I just left. I didn't even wait for it to be at 100.
And do you believe those tires were just in that perfect window that you could control the car to your liking and just pull away from the field like you did?
Yeah, the restart also helped. I wanted to be first. How they do the restarts here, where they just give control to the leader and then you can just go. And so that's what I did. I just went and I caught him snoozing.
Yeah, you did pull off because what we saw was we personally thought you were just gonna wait till you got to the start finish line and go, but nah.
On that side front, do you think that you're going to be able to catch? Do you think that you'll be able to catch Katana no matter what, or do you think that caution getting you that track position and being able to control that restart was enough, or do you believe in your abilities enough to just make up 2 or 4 passes on track at times to take the win?
Well, I mean, I was only 1/10 behind Katana in the caution. I think I could have caught him.
But do you think you were going to be able to hold off that position from anyone else? Because everyone seemed to be gaining back up every little mistake each other made, or every little wall bounce.
Yeah, I think it would have been whoever made the least amount of mistakes would have won.
Well, Sleesher's him. We have found that out. He only needed 1 point. Then he just took the win instead. And yeah, GG's to Sleesher.
Sleesher, your winner at the California 200 D2 race. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for tuning into Isaiah's stream.
Thank you guys for actually staying, unlike 2K's girlfriend. We're not going to talk about it,
my
though.
girlfriend. No. We're talking about my ex-wife.
Ex-wife,
my girlfriend. My girlfriend's still here.
Okay. Anyways,
here for a year.
That's